We're live. I'm sorry.
Alrighty, well, good morning, everyone. It's going to be a terrific Tuesday here. Let's go ahead and get started. Just wanted to remind you, teachers, if you have this morning collected any of these, if you would please put them in your attendance folder, that would be most helpful. Also, want to make sure that you're checking these things that we asked for yesterday. Very important that the teacher name, the lunch time is there, and that also the student's first name and last name. Make sure that there is also the parent's signature and that we have the first name and the last name of the parent or whomever the guest might be, so that we'll be able to look those up and create those badges for them. Boys and girls, you want to encourage your parents, if they're coming for Thanksgiving dinner with us, that they complete one of these so we have those badges ready for them, and it will certainly make sure that they get into the building quickly and can have lunch with you. All right. Please let me clarify. I am very sorry. I talked to a teacher this morning. I made a mistake in letting you know that we are doing an emergency watch drill this morning. It is an emergency watch, and it's my understanding that you haven't yet received the GAB. So I need to check on that because that was supposed to have been sent yesterday. So must be a glitch. I'll check my work in progress, and I'll get that to you a little bit later today as soon as I can. But for the emergency watch drill, what that means is that we're watching the weather because there is a possibility of severe weather in our area. So what will happen is at about 9 o'clock this morning, an announcement will be made to implement the emergency watch weather plan. That means that all classrooms on both floors should evacuate to their pod area. Classes in the dining room should evacuate to the downstairs hallway. The clinic and classes in D126 should evacuate to the hallway and or the student activities room. All the PE classes should report to the indoor PE facility. The science wing should evacuate into their pod area. The media center should evacuate into the professional library. If your class happens to be at special, which I don't believe anybody will be at specials at 9 o'clock, the regular classroom teacher should report to that special area to be with the classes until the weather conditions are favorable. Or the special area teacher should remain that this morning as you evacuate to the pod area, boys and girls, that you are sitting bottom to bottom, back to back against the wall. And you're sitting crisscross applesauce or with your knees up, and you can put your hands around your knees. But we want to make sure that you are sitting next to a wall and with your back to the wall. Very important. And you go back to their classroom. This is what we might do if we see that the weather conditions are becoming severe and we need to be watching the weather very carefully. We might do this drill so that boys and girls will be safe during that time. So teachers, it is on page 37 in your policy book if you want to pull that up and talk with your students about that again this morning before 9 o'clock. All right, today, Tuesday, we are teaming up against drugs. That's why we're wearing our favorite team jerseys. And tomorrow, we're going to be taking our hats off to being drug-free. So tomorrow, you can certainly wear a crazy hat if you would like for Red Ribbon Week. But if you would like to wear jeans and a favorite shirt, then bring $2 because that's going to really help out our PBIS program. So help us with that. Tomorrow also at about 9:30 or so, maybe even possibly a little bit before, we're going to be having our Partner in Education Catholic High students come to read to our students. We're going to visit as many classes as possible. Typically, they stay until about 10:30, so somewhere between 9:30 and 10:30, if we can, we will visit your classroom and have those Catholic High students read to your students some Halloween stories, and then maybe talk to them a little bit about some Halloween tips. That is all for tomorrow. Want to remind everybody that we would like for you to join us. Of course, if you're on the committee, the Reading Leadership Team Committee will be meeting in the Media Center this afternoon at 2:15. If you would like to join, please do so. Happy to have the more the merrier. Also, chorus practice this afternoon with Mr. Whitson and Miss McLunny. Also wanted to let you know that during your plan time today, check your email. You received one from Mrs. Hale. We are going to be meeting with you in room D126 during your plan time, and please bring your laptop with you. There is lots more in the GAB. Don't forget about those report cards. If you didn't send it home yesterday, please call the parent, let them know it's on its way home. Send it home with your student and schedule that conference if necessary. Also, we are still collecting our cans. So please make sure that you are bringing a can. You may want to offer your boys and girls some incentive to bring in some cans. You want your pod to have the most cans so that you can win some sort of a prize or a treat or a party. So let's load up those boxes with our cans. We can do it. We want to be able to help others, and this is our chance to do so. Don't forget about Safe Schools. We have until tomorrow to do that. And also don't forget about, there was one other thing. What was it? I do not recall. I do want to say I've been riding the red bus in the mornings and in the afternoons, and sometimes some teachers are helping out and riding as well. Very appreciative of those teachers who are able to do that. Thank you so much for that. It really does truly help our boys and girls to get their day started and ending in the right way. But I will say the boys and girls on the red bus still having a few little difficulties, but we are doing much, much better. So thank you for that. It's so important, boys and girls, as you ride the bus, safety. Remember our PACT, that T, the last letter in PACT is think safe. And you need to be safe on that bus, sitting bottom to bottom, back to back, put your folder in your lap, and you must wear your seatbelt and pull it so that you can't really move very much in your seat. That's what's going to help to keep you safe. Make sure that you are using volume 1 when you're on the bus, talking to the kiddos that are sitting next to you or across the aisle from you, not leaning over and talking to the students that are in the aisle in front or in the seat in front or the seat in back. You have to think safety. You have to think about safety. Very important. Let's think about our PACT for a minute. And I want you to take some time today, teachers, to review your Capturing Kids' Hearts social contract. Think about those signals that you're using in the classroom. We're using those signals on the bus as well. So want you to make sure that you're reviewing those. Remember, what does the P stand for? Think about that. Do you know? Let me hear it. Oh, okay. I think we need to review it. What does the A stand for? What does the C stand for? We already talked about what the T stands for. Tomorrow, we're going to review it again. Want to make sure that we all have that PACT in mind as we go through our day, and that you are thinking about all of those things as you communicate with others. So very important that we treat others with kindness and respect, and then we will get that kindness and respect right back. It's really important that we follow our social contracts. May need to review it. Are you following the social contract? Are you thinking about those fouls sometimes when that happens? Are you affirming each other if you make that kind of mistake? Are we asking those 4 questions? Really, really important that we think about that. Review that for us today. Will be most helpful. All right, that's it for today, boys and girls, teachers and staff. I hope that you have a tremendous Tuesday. And remember, success, whatever it takes. Adios, amigos.